Hello, I'm Brandon Cooper, and this is Creative Connectivity. At First Mile Technologies, we specialize in creating bespoke solutions to keep you and your production connected, giving you the ability to move live video or files from anywhere you might be shooting. Most often, we do this by blending multiple cellular and other existing networks at your location to create a super connection. But what if you find yourself in an area where there's very little or no cellular connectivity at all? We've had great success combining the power of blended cellular and satellite technology to give productions in remote areas the ability to access internet bandwidth for low latency video streaming, file transfer, and general internet connectivity where it was thought to be impossible. Recently, our Cell Sat solution was critical for a shoot at Fortress Mountain, Alberta, where production company OPC went deep into the Canadian Rockies, producing a campaign for Subaru. Production manager John Scarth sat with me to chat about how using creative connectivity on this project contributed to its success.
My name is John Scarth, and I'm a freelance line producer in the commercial space, TV commercials.
If you can, tell me a little bit about this job. Who was it for, and what kind of project was it?
This was a 2-day car shoot at Fortress Mountain in Alberta. It's a widely known spot for production in Alberta if you need to get some snow early season. So we headed out there for that in the remote Canadian Rockies. There's no cell service there. So we knew that our client was adamant about being able to see the feed, that they were not able to travel for the job. So the satellite service was the only way we knew we could, properly get them a signal from where we were shooting. So it was a no-brainer.
Now, typically, without this technology, how would you go about doing this job in terms of screening video or getting video back to client?
If we on this particular job, if we did not have the use of First Mile and their technology, we would not have been able to show client anything. So at the end of the day, maybe we would have had to run back and fire up some dailies from an internet connection, probably about an hour away. But that is something that we did not have to do. So very fortunate, because it would have been a bit of a stalemate. Like, they want to see the footage. We can't provide it till the end of the day. We've already shot it. We can't go reshoot it. So with the technology, we were able to basically treat it like our client was on set beside us. It was super low latency signal. So they were essentially seeing live what we were seeing, maybe a second delay or something. And on top of that, we're on top of a mountain. There's no cell service, etc. But the technology also created a local wireless network for them to actually text back and forth with their client while they're seeing the same feed that we're seeing, and also have a hardline phone connection. So it's not like they're on set, but it's as close as you're ever going to get with them being, a few provinces away, still being able to see what you're shooting real time.
So, knowing that John and his crew needed to stream and have the ability to communicate from their locations at Fortress, here's how we set them up. We had our satellite engineer, Gary Tapp, take the camera feed via SDI from the video playback operator and into our Dejero encoder in Cell Sat mode. From there, it went through our MP100 satellite antenna and up to our bird in the sky, Galaxy 17. We then received it on our cloud server and inserted the transmission into our Frame Web RTC platform for all to see. All the while, we were able to give those on the mountain the ability to get approvals and feedback from their far-flung colleagues through Wi-Fi and VoIP communication access with bandwidth provided by the satellite. Were you able to get any real-time feedback or approvals from production client agency during the shoot where you wouldn't have normally been then?
Yeah, with the tech, we were able to have real-time feedback from them during our production as if they were in Video Village right beside us.
Were there any kind of discussions or comments or whatever during the job or at the end of the job from them because as a result of being able to have this happen?
Yeah, the client was extremely happy with the service the entire way through. The connection never dropped and everything, and they knew our realities beforehand. So because of this tech, they were essentially able to attend the shoot, and they wouldn't have been prior. So for them, it was a game changer as well as production, because it made our job smoother. It's a turnkey solution that is super easy to do on every job, and more often than not, you are going to have cell service, but having the backup, I've been in the city and had spotty service on a telecom job. So even just having the backup of satellite is a huge thing. Like there's a lot of places where you have cell service, or maybe you just have spotty, and it might not be enough to send up a traditional stream. So the fact that the system can jump back and forth just means that no matter where you're at, whoever needs to see it on the other side is going to be seeing it. So you're not going to have to be waiting for them to have some choppy signal if you only have 2 bars instead of 5. So I think the fact that it can go back and forth and then it'll just find the best signal strength, that's imperative, because in the new normal, terrible word, but like streaming it's basically every single job is always that now. So it's a key part of production, and the fact that it's not only based on cellular, no matter what, you will be able to deliver the feed. That's key.
So moving forward, obviously this is something that you're aware of. Will you hesitate at all to be able to use this in the future?
No, yeah, first mile will definitely be first call moving forward for any of these types of service, because even if we know we're going to have rock solid service, even just using the Ngo platform is basically like another brand that's in the production environment. But from my experience, the Ngo was more rock solid and user friendly. So I think regardless whether you need satellite or not, the actual system is bomb proof, whether you need the cellular data or the satellite data. So yeah, I will be using this on essentially every job moving forward where we need streaming. I got nothing but rave reviews for the service and the people running it. So I'm happily going to share this contact with everybody else because it's bomber. And awesome. At the end of the day, we just need to make our jobs easier. And this is one thing that does it.
Yeah, that's great. And then I guess just any last thoughts or comments, anything that you wanted to add?
Just want to thank the entire team, everybody. Like for us, it was a new type of equipment and technology, and the entire team at First Mile were very adamant about making sure we knew how it was all going to work. We did a test day. There was a lot of back and forth between the techs and the First Mile team and ourselves just to make sure that everything was going to be rock solid, and it was. So just puts a lot of concerns to rest when you know that the people are like actively involved in making sure everything works out, not just shipping you some gear and saying have at her. So the fact that everybody made sure we knew how the process was going to work. We were able to do a test where we actually linked up our agency friends and they were able to see what the stream looks like. We could test the phone. It was solid service by a good team.
That's great. That's great. Thank you, man. We can deploy Cell Sat in a number of different configurations for a whole host of different use cases, bringing reliable connectivity anywhere it's needed. Use it for streaming, data transfer, creating high-grade wireless mesh networks, or VoIP communications at your remote location, or to backhaul wireless network congestion or oversaturation. If you're interested in finding out more about how our satellite solution or any of our connectivity services can work for you, visit us at our website, firstmile.tech, or contact us at info@firstmiletechnologies.com. Thank you for watching, and thanks for connecting.